Ben Reitzes is here, the head of technology research over at Melius, joins us to discuss. Ben has a hold on Intel, target at 25. Ben, good to have you back. Welcome.
Hey, great to be here.
What does this do to the story, in your view?
Well, look, it's not surprising that he's gone. It's maybe a little on the timing, but in terms of the story, we need someone to get in there that's going to assuage the U.S. government, make them feel like they're not incinerating dollar bills, and get them really confident in the story, and that could get kind of interesting. But we don't know what happened in the back room, what prompted this at this exact juncture, because he was pretty visible the last few weeks with a lot of things. I mean, the CHIPS Act money, he just got almost $8 billion. So we have to see what it uncovers, but it's clearly going to mean greater focus on products where they've been losing some ground, especially in data center, and too much focus maybe on the foundry. So maybe that was part of the friction, but we're not sure.
Do you think there's enough in the story to create a narrative that there is a rebirth, as opposed to, say, just selling it for parts, as we've been talking about this morning?
No, I think not. I mean, that might have came and went with the AI PC just not getting a lot of traction. And frankly, it's debatable whether there's a lot of debate on who's going to have the leading chip there anyway. I think in general, the rebirth also took a big step back with the Gaudi chip, which never really got going. They had to cut the guidance, and that was a flop. So, I mean, not that anybody believed it anyway, but the fact that never really could get going. So I think that the story was always kind of looking at book value, tangible book, where it could bottom, and then seeing if we could sell off some of the parts and then get some time to get this foundry thing going, which has a ton of leverage, tons of capital intensity, and then maybe hit it right with a product, get some upgrade cycles in PCs and servers. But that's really the story. They gotta get that going.
Ben.
It takes
I don't need
years.
to tell you. You know far better than I do.
Yes.
Years.
Well, I think
and investors don't have years.
We don't have months, do we?
No.
So yeah, it does take a long time, David. The foundry endeavor, there's a reason there's one great foundry and then a bunch of, people trying to do it that can't do it as well. It's tough. And they had to do two things. They had to try to be an NVIDIA AMD and try to be a foundry, and it just proved to be too much.
So is the instinct to buy today, right?
Well, I think no. I think there's just too much unknown. We don't really know what prompted this. I think the stock has definitely been forming a bottoming process, even before this, based on book value, based on potential turn in server and PC. But we have to see where we go now. We have to see what exactly prompted this. But perhaps what could really help is that we find a more asset-light approach to foundry, and then we get ready for a turn in some of the cyclical markets. That would probably be the best case scenario.
If Intel were to just go away and be sold for parts, what would it mean for the overall ecosystem? Would it even have an impact?
Oh, well, yeah, it has an impact. I mean, first of all, AMD should be up on this, and I think it is. It's that every $1 billion that Intel gives away in market share in data center is up to 40 cents in earnings for AMD, and probably more. AMD has been gaining share anyway, so they're going to continue to do well, and this could be a big gift for them if this continues. But look, in PCs, it's going to take a while for them to go away, if they go away at all. PCs, they have a foothold. The enterprises are integrated into an Intel architecture x86, and they dominate. Michael Dell has been a big supporter since day one. So it's going to take some inertia there for it to go away in PCs, if it does at all. And I'm not rooting for it to do so, by the way. Pat was a friend and he supported us at Melius, but this is not this is a little bit of a sad day too.